coming up. What's he talking about today?
Probably Mr. Romance.
What's that?
TV show.
Oh, that's right. He has a new reality show.
It's just about over, I think.
I really like that Meet the Barkers. Meet the Parkers.
I hate that show.
I love it.
Meet the Barkers.
Love it.
Really?
Travis Barker. I watched that the other day. I really like it.
Love
He's
it.
the drummer from Blink 182.
Yeah, I watched it. You know why I don't like it? Which is, to be really honest, because he looks like a freak. I don't like him.
I love it because he acts like a freak and he looks like a freak, and I like it because he's very honest that he was high at dinner.
Smoking pot in the car.
Yeah, and then he's sitting there with the wedding planner, and he's just like,
I can't stand to look at him.
I love it.
But he does cool, crazy stuff. But I'm just weird.
Like what?
Everything.
Yeah.
Well, you saw it, obviously, because you knew.
No, I only saw the thing about, I was only told about the thing where he smokes pot in the car.
He was holding her down, trying to tweeze her nose.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a great show. It's on MTV. It's called Meet the Parkers or Barkers? Barkers. And if you put it on your TiVo, it's amazing technology. It just
Yes, it is. You can rewind it and everything.
Yeah. By the way, we bought a splitter, and we learned how to do two.
Oh,
nice.
I didn't.
Right.
The boarder bought a splitter, and he learned how to do both shows at the same time.
Very cool.
Yeah, he's a splitter man. I was like, yeah, that's my boy.
That's my boy.
Yeah, he bought a splitter. Yeah, that's mine. Anyway, I wanted to immediately marry him.
Where is he today?
He's hanging out.
At Big Bear or here?
He's here. He's here.
What's that mean?
It's just nothing. All right, anyway,
That was weird.
No, because I was going to go into this whole thing about how I just really wanted more sympathy for my torn up leg, and I didn't get it, and I was kind of mad, but now I'm not over it. So I was trying to remember if I'm still mad at him, but I'm not.
Oh, good.
Because as of 11 o'clock last night, I think we made up. Yeah, so it's all good. Well, because you forget if you're still mad or not.
I know I do.
Haven't you ever done that? You can't remember if you're still mad at somebody or not. And you're like, oh, am I? No, wow, that's right. We made love last night, so no, I'm not mad anymore.
Apparently, that's how you tell.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
Gretchen and I guess, have been mad for about 9 weeks now.
Well, when you decide to let it go and you're not mad and then you do it, then you're like, okay.
Believe me, I'm trying.
I'm almost never mad at myself.
I'm not mad anymore. Dude.
Yuck. All right, let's go back to good parent, bad parent before we go into masturbation. Good parent, bad parent. Stench has taught his little baby girl, the 2-year-old, how to punch a little boy who was 2 years old in the face. Because he wants to kiss her at school. The wife thinks that's adorable. I think it's adorable. But Stench that's my daughter. And so he taught her to punch people in the face, and now it's a big backlash because she's hitting grandmama in the face.
Yeah, and cousin and me and
right.
my wife.
That's not good.
It happens.
In my opinion, that's a bad parent. But whatever, I'm not one to judge. And then, actually, hurt little Lucy. How old's Lucy?
A year and a half.
A year and a half. Hurt her feelings yesterday.
She had fun up until she realized she couldn't catch it.
And then there was no payoff. He used a laser light, let little Lucy chase it like a dog, and then she turned it off. He laughed at her, and then it hurt her feelings.
It's always funny, though. I got to tell you, make those kids chase lights. We do it with flashlights.
Yeah, my kid chases it around and laughs. She likes it.
But doesn't she get frustrated?
No, she laughs and can't figure out. She'll stomp on it. She'll grab it, and then it's on top of her hand, and then she grab it with the other hand, and it just never.
But she never gets frustrated.
No, they do the same thing.
I don't do it for a long time.
And they do the same thing with their own shadows. They don't need our help. Isabella and Dante both spent when they were tiny trying to pick up their own shadows.
Yeah, but you teach them that that's your shadow. You teach them what light does and how it reflects.
No, I know, and I call them weak, or they get it.
Anyway, here's Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, you guys rule.
We rule.
I just wanted to call and tell you guys that my older sister is 32 now. When she was in kindergarten, her very first day, she punched the boy in the face for kissing her, and they ended up sending her home for 2 days.
See, your kid's going to be suspended at 2.
That's
Are we going to have a rap sheet? Remember that permanent file we have here?
Yeah.
Your little kid's going to have a freaking storage space.
That's fine with me.
Yeah, see, it's okay with
I'm
him.
okay with that.
Yes,
She
Jack?
was okay with my dad, too. It was his proudest moment for his daughter.
It's a dad thing.
I know, they forget that it's actually a child involved because somehow it's all about them, the parent. That's what happens with little kids. It's not about the little kid anymore. It's about you as parents.
Well, yeah, but exactly. Having a child that's a floozy is a direct result of...
No, not that part, dumbass.
What part?
When the kid punches another kid, you're like, yeah, or when you know, is anything stupid you teach the child, it's about you. It's not about the fact that you just taught the child something absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I teach my kids
but
stupid
it's
stuff because
different.
it makes me laugh.
I have a severe double standard for my son and my daughter. The son, if he was to hit someone and it was because they deserved it or like hit him first or something, that'd be fine. If he hit someone else, he'd be in trouble. The daughter hits a boy trying to kiss her, totally fine with it.
But she doesn't even know why she's hitting it. She's just been now trained like a puppy to punch somebody in the face if they say kisses.
Isn't that great?
No, she's not a puppy.
No, they're like big. They're like smart puppies. They learn a lot faster.
How old's your daughter?
Some are.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I mean,
Dante
yours
was-
is a smart puppy, but I've seen the not so smart
Yeah,
puppies.
Dante wasn't a smart puppy till he was like 3.
Yeah, I've seen the runs
No, they pick it up quick.
that you can eat.
Yeah, my dog knew to go outside to poop before Dante did.
Right.
Oh,
Good example.
yeah.
Here's Lori. Hi, Lori. I think.
Hi,
Yeah.
you guys rule.
We roll.
Thank you.
I was more on the frustrating the child part because my husband, we have a 5-year-old, and ever since he was born, my husband just antagonizes him beyond belief. He bugs him in the grocery store. I can hear him screaming 3 aisles over because my husband's either talking in some weird character voice or bugging him, picking at him, tickling him, and just won't stop.
And it's just annoying.
It is, and I cannot tell you how, because it's gone on for so long, and though I get on his ass about it, even though it's gone on for so long, this is like his 3rd preschool in 2 years.
All right, a little gangster.
Oh, well, yeah, but why is that? Because of the papa.
Exactly, because it has caused, I cannot tell you, it has caused behavioral problems. In fact, the other day, the director at the school was telling me that he cannot, because all the kids have different workstations, and all his friends will be working, and he'll go around bugging the crap out of them.
Oh, just like Dad. Hey, what are you guys doing?
Exactly.
What's up?
Hey,
What is going on? Hey.
pull my finger. Hey.
Exactly. Or he's, just like, nudging them, bugging them. Hey, let's play. Oh, come on. And he's just bugging them.
Did you tell your husband this, or he just doesn't care?
Yeah, I've told my husband this, and he says, okay, I'll stop, and he doesn't.
It's like men forget they're human beings. They just play with them exactly like they said, like puppies.
Exactly. And whenever I talk about my husband and my son, I just say it's my son's older brother.
Yeah, you guys you forget you forget their children. You're like, hey, let's play with the puppy. Hey.
Yeah, because I'll keep my kid out of school to play with it.
Well, that's what I told the boarder. I said, you know what? We can never have a child because you'll be that guy that wakes up the baby when it's sleeping. I want to play with it. I want to play with it. I want to play with the baby.
It's in that Talking Heads song.
You wake up
You're
the
just
dog.
a plaything. I want to make you stay up all night. Yeah, I mean, it's a standard guy thing.
When the baby's older, then he wonders why, when he's alone with my son watching him or whatever, why he won't listen to him. He doesn't take him seriously.
Exactly.
Beat that child.
No, because he can't decipher. He can't
Exactly.
decipher what's play and what's serious.
That's why you got to beat him.
That's what I'm saying.
I got you, Lori. They don't understand.
Amy.
Thanks, Lori.
Thanks, Lori. Bye.
Bye.
Oh,
Bye.
you guys. Wonder what kind of dad Fabio will be.
I bet good. I bet he may be a dad several times over, as far as we know. He's a big old man whore.
Yeah. And that butter commercial will get you laid.
Yeah, and those novels.
Sure.
I can't believe it's not the butter on your thighs. Yeah, get me going.
I haven't seen that one.
You haven't? You don't have the right move.
Monday morning, and
That can only mean one thing.
it's fabulous Fabio morning.
Very nice.
Hey,
ladies
guys,
and
how you
gentlemen,
doing?
Fabio.
Hey, thank you for having me. I have
It's
always
very
so much fun with you guys.
Well,
Always.
and we love the Fobster.
Yes, we do. And we
That's
didn't know
what we
we were
call you.
gonna. We didn't know we were gonna love you.
Yeah, but
See, because I'm short and not very attractive, so I should hate you right off the
Yeah,
bat.
but you're Italian. You
Yeah,
know, it's like,
so you've won me over
you're
to the dark
Kumpa.
side.
it's something about your poopa.
Goomba.
Kumba.
Oh, Kumba, right, Kumba. Now, the thing that I thought was going to happen last time we had him here is that he'd have really long hair and a mullet, but you got your hair like all cut like the same length and kind of short. Looks good.
Yeah, kind of like yours.
Yeah,
Nah,
well,
just kidding.
my extensions fell out.
That'll happen.
All right, so here's the deal. You're on a new show. It's on tonight, by the way, on the Oxygen Network from, 9 to 11? Is that what they said?
it-
Like
is it
2
Right,
hours?
right. It's
Finale
called Mr.
tonight?
Romance. Yeah.
Is it the finale tonight?
Tonight's the finale.
Oh, that's
Tonight's
why
the
it's
big,
2 hours.
It's the big show.
I was like, dude, he's got a 2-hour show on the Oxygen Network.
Well, they've got a lot of programming that they could give you over
And
there.
I tell you, it's like the Oxygen Network is great. You know why? Because it's run by women. It's all run by women
I
for
love
women.
the Oxygen Network. Isn't that the one that
And-
Oprah After Hours
Yes.
is on? Yeah, I love it.
Yes.
That's the one.
And it's amazing. I've been in their office, and it's incredible. You got like 450 girls running around, right? There is not even a man.
There's
And
not?
I'm telling you.
Maybe
and
Oprah's a
the
lady,
only
though.
3 men in the entire complex they're the technician, the technical engineer.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow.
Hey, I have a grooming
'Cause
question
doesn't
for Fabio.
Oprah-
And
Oprah watch part of it?
and
Or
it's
own
the
part?
only, I'm telling you, it's the only network for women that really love men. Because most of I'll tell you, most of the network for women, they don't count like men. You
No,
know,
they're big
they
man-hating
always
networks.
make men look like cheaters and liars.
You
and,
mean
know,
like
most
reality?
of the men,
Yeah.
and most of the
MHA.
men, they don't lie all the time.
Yeah, right. By the way,
I mean, nobody's perfect, but
I saw this in your little bio thing. It says, let's see, role model and pageant commentator, Mr. Romance, a
Right.
biography. Now, here's what I'd like to question you about.
right.
Fabio is committed to sharing with his fans and the world, Jack. The world. Even you.
Yeah, you're part of the world. You're Burbank, certainly.
His philosophy for balance, understanding, and appreciation between the sexes.
Hey, can you come to my house after the show and straighten some stuff
So
out?
we would like to know your philosophy
I
for balance
thought
and
Gene
understanding.
Simmons give you pretty good advice.
Oh, yeah,
God.
I bone everyone.
I heard.
He gave me good
Nasty.
advice, but not
I
to
know.
stay married.
I
It's-
hate him.
It's a funny guy.
I hate that guy. All right, balance, understanding, and appreciation between the sexes.
Well, we're very different. It's like
Yeah.
men and women. They're
Right.
totally different. And, it's like I was going around asking different women from different background, different nationality, and asking what they look in a perfect man.
Right.
And 90% of the women, they said, I'm looking for a guy with a great sense of humor.
Yeah, somebody
Okay,
you can just laugh
90%.
at.
Because when the sense of humor, because when the look is gone, eventually with time and age, if the guy doesn't have a great sense of humor, what's left?
Does that worry you at all?
No.
The fact that you're gonna get, I mean, you're Fabio.
No.
You're
No.
Fabio, and I mean, you're known
Hey,
for physical beauty.
There's still Viagra, right?
No, not a problem. I don't worry.
See, because I always thought one of God's cruelest punishments would be making someone a gorgeous woman. It seems great at the time, but after a certain age, at least for the girl, I don't think guys are as focused on as women are. They start to, in their estimation, devalue little every day. And that just seems like a long game. It seems like a very long way to
Well,
to
I
punish
think
yourself.
like if you're like anybody, if you have, I think what he's saying is if you have some substance,
Right.
you don't
Right.
even think about it.
Exactly. I mean, that's what is going to, be a longevity. It's going to keep the longevity going. And
So that's why Fabio's so damn funny.
Is that, yeah. Because once the looks fade, he's still going to get
yeah,
some.
I'm telling you, it's like, I don't take myself too seriously. And that's, the secret
But
of
you
life.
can't. I mean, think about
Exactly.
it. I mean, did you
Yeah,
at
come
first,
on.
did you think like you were a super stud? Were you out walking around cocky like, yeah, I'm that guy?
No,
Fabio.
because, ego, I'm telling you, ego is the biggest turn off for women. Because in ego equal is to insecurity.
Yeah.
I
And
agree with
women
that.
do not like insecure men.
Because, by the way, we haven't ever heard anything bad about Fabio. I mean, people love to make fun of you and the whole thing, but, I have a feeling at the beginning you're walking around like, I'm Fabio.
No, not really.
Like you didn't have a T-shirt.
Now I walk around like I'm Fabio.
I'm with Fabio, and it had an arrow like pointing up.
I've got one that says I'm
No, I'm
Fabio
not that
Jr.
tacky.
Are you sure?
Positive.
I don't know. Hey,
And,
by
and also, there were 10% of women, of course, they were looking, for the look. And there was one woman from Australia. She said, if the guy doesn't have a Leo jet, private jet, I'm not even interested.
oh yeah, that's
know,
what
it's
I
like-
say all the time.
Wow.
But
yeah.
90% of women,
You don't even want a Lear anymore. You want a G something or whatever.
right,
Yeah.
right. But 90% of the women, they love guy with a great sense of humor. That was number one quality.
I look for a girl that can afford bus fare. If she can afford bus fare, from there we can work stuff out. But she should be able to get from point A to
Actually,
point B
though,
on her
you know
own.
what, though? He has a good point because, all right, so if this is your philosophy and whatnot, because I was dating a great guy. He was, like, successful, cute, all that stuff. And besides the fact that he ate his boogers, he wasn't funny.
That's funny.
Not if you got to kiss them.
I mean, besides that part, he just wasn't funny.
Right.
When they're not funny, you're like, oh, my God, you're so not funny. And then what about the people that think they're funny?
Worse than people who just aren't funny and leave it
Oh,
alone.
my
People who
God.
aren't funny and think they're funny, the absolute worst.
Oh, yeah. At least I say I'm not funny.
In advance.
I let you know. All right, so here's the deal. The show is called Mr. Romance. Again, it's on tonight from 9 to 11. It's
big
the
finale,
season
yeah.
finale on the Oxygen Network. Now, I'm sorry to say that I have not seen it yet, so what the hell is it about?
We took about 12 guys from different cities in the United States, and we groomed them out to be, perfect gentlemen. So from table manners to
Opening the
dance,
door.
everything. It's like how to treat a woman in a special way.
Yeah, by the way, at the snowboarder, he opens the door for me. I love it. a couple other guys before that, don't open the door. I don't know what happened to that.
I think opening doors for the lady,
I love it.
car doors,
I love
because I
it.
always open any door, leading into
Well,
or
then
out of the
why?
place.
Yeah, you should.
But a
open
car
the
door I don't do anymore.
I love the car door. Love it.
It just seems forced.
Nope.
What about the chair when you're sitting at the table?
He doesn't really necessarily do that one.
You know what?
Yeah.
I do that and we fight over it because Gretchen doesn't do it right.
I mean, at night, he asked me if he can push in my stool, but that's really.
So, Danny, I heard you got the perfect relationship.
I have a very good relationship. A little trouble in paradise
Thank you,
today.
Jack.
You can thank me. I just rolled right past it. When I pull out the chair for Gretchen, we argue because she doesn't do the scoot. Like, I pull out the chair, she sits down, and I go to push her in, and she doesn't go scoot. It just sits there about 18 inches away from the table, too far away. And then she slides it in on her own. There's
You're
an
just
art
standing
form.
there.
Yes, and I just slide her across the floor.
Honey, scooch.
There's an art form to chair pushing.
Yes.
Well, that doesn't get, apparently.
So you groom these guys. Where'd you get these guys, by the way?
Different city in the United States, from New York, Chicago, Detroit,
Not
Seattle.
a lot of gentlemen in Detroit.
It's. But I tell you something. These guys, they're very talented. They're good. They're
Talented
good people.
at what?
Everything. I mean, this guy they can sing. They can read a poem. They can
They can read a poem, and you're calling that talent?
What? They can read a poem.
Have
I
you
mean,
seen
there is a
some
way.
of these guys, you'd be shocked.
There is a way.
Monica, can
there's
you
a
grab me
way
a
to
poem?
read, right?
I want to see if Jack has any talent. There's any kind of poem you got. That's
What kind of poem he has?
Well, I mean, okay, so he can read a poem. Wow, your standards are not that high.
Being able to read
Well,
it,
there is-
possibly being able to
everything
deliver
they
it.
know how
Oh.
to. They know how to, wine dine women. They know how to,
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 69. Yeah, whatever. And
Wow,
And,
wow.
Wow, we took a weird turn there.
There's a number involved,
Yes,
Dan.
there
it was.
So, all right.
and also, they know, dance, the original tango and waltz and
The regional tango
Yeah,
and
yeah,
what?
all the, the classic dances.
They have the tango?
Yeah, of course.
That's cool.
Wow. And so you teach them all this.
No, I'm the MC.
You just say tango for me
I'm,
now.
Do you know
I'm the
the-
MC.
do you know
we
the classic
got a bunch
tango?
of experts in every single field.
Can you dance, though? Could you tango if you had to?
He's too big to dance.
I think
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
no, he's way too big to
No, I'm
dance.
too little to dance.
You're too little to
I look
dance.
crazy
but
dancing.
He's too big to dance. Big guys dance.
See, at
don't.
my height, you
I
just
can
look like
dance
you're
with
having a fit.
Jamie.
No, you dance like you have scoliosis. I know those big guy dancers. They do. They have because
Why, you don't like big guys?
Well, no, I like big guys, but they try to bend down to a girl's level, and then they have scoliosis. Oh, thank you.
What is this?
There is always pro and con, in life.
There's always who?
Pro and con.
I speak Fabio.
I thought he was saying Perot Ross.
No, pro and con,
All right, here you go, Jack. Let's see if Jack has
Let's see
any
if
talent.
Jack can be Mr. Romance.
All right, go ahead, Jack. Read that little.
Okay.
Good luck.
Sexy now.
Yes, cops eat donuts and lattes too. We all do. We serve and protect. See, I can't do it.
See, what would you?
That was haiku, I believe.
Yeah, that's
haiku, which
Do you want
totally
another one?
sucks.
Well, haiku, F you, whatever. Yes, Jack, please.
Yummy. I'm relieved. Slice of chocolate cake haiku. My last meal is planned.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right, see, like he wouldn't win, right?
It's
Now-
okay. It's good.
But I mean,
it's
was that
good.
talent to you?
But no, it's
I
like
mean, that's my
what's really
question.
good about the show.
Thank you,
What's
Jack.
really good about the show is it's not like the rest of the reality show. It's very positive. It's very upbeat. Normally most of the reality show they always make fun of people.
ones I like.
They're kind of like negative. It's like, hey, life is too short. You should have
So
fun.
you don't
with
make
life.
fun of them, even if they read a
No,
poem like
it's
that?
like it's good because they have
I
great
think you
sense of
guys should have a
humor
gong.
and they're making fun of themselves.
Yeah.
But this show is very positive. It's very upbeat.
And
Does
so-
Mr. Romance have to be straight?
I think so.
Okay, good. Because you get around 12 guys that cute together, somebody's about to be
What-
lighting them over.
So now, what happens when they're voted Mr. Romance? Like, what do they get? What happens?
They get like $50,000.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
And they get like a contract to shoot a bunch of book cover for Harlequin Romance.
Oh, like you? Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
So basically, they're taking over for you. Like, it's like your
Wow.
version of The Apprentice.
Kind of.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Very
right.
good.
I mean, I
Kinda
guess that's the
cool.
way to put it because if somebody's looking to fill Donald Trump's shoes and they're looking to fill your G-string.
Yeah.
Which I can't imagine is an easy task.
That's funny.
But no, but I mean, isn't it kind of the same thing?
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, and so they're all hot, attractive men, and you'll see them tonight from 9 to 11. It's the season finale on the Oxygen Network. It's called Mr. Romance, and it's hosted by the one and only and the fabulous Fabio.
Thanks,
I tell you,
Fabio.
Jamie,
Fabio!
watch Oxygen because it's like you have to support women.
No, I love Oxygen. I love the
support 'em, man.
Oxygen Network.
You know,
I
more
just,
power to women.
I just don't know if talent is reading a poem. I'm
Well, we
kinda,
found out that not talent is reading a poem.
Oh,
That was nasty.
Finch, did you hear him read a poem?
No, I missed it. I was in loading a new Coldplay.
I had no poem practice though.
What
Right.
doesn't
It's
matter.
just thrown
It's
at me.
cold poem
Oh,
reading.
did Jack bring the show down again?
Yeah,
oh,
my
Jack.
God. It took such an ugly turn. It was like horrific. It was horrible. It was like, it was like a car crash, and Fabio had to see it.
Oh,
What happened to the whole Fabio came from Nantucket poem? I always like that one.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fabio came from Nantucket.
Carries his G-string home in a bucket.
And then one day, he saw...
Jamie.
That's the rest of our poem. Thanks, Fabio.
All right,
You're
Jack,
welcome.
do you have an ending?
No, spotlight off of me. Though.
Fabio, everybody, see him tonight, 9 to 11
Thanks.
on the Oxygen Network. It's called Mr. Romance, and tonight is the season finale. Thanks, Fabio.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Okay, world premiere Coldplay.
Yay!
Speed of sound. All right, a couple of things that I need to get to. Can't find it. Where the hell? Oh, I need to put the Fabio stuff over here.
Bye, Fabio.
Bye, Fabio.
So, moving on. Here's one. I guess everybody's really shocked at the two singers that are still on American Idol. Let's see. They say our readers are shocked that Scott Saville.
Oh, he's the
Fat
beater.
guy. Yeah.
Oh, the wife beater or
Yeah, the
whatever.
fat wife beater.
And Anthony
Kid
Fedorov,
with the hole in his
Trach boy.
Trek Boy, still have clung to life while Jessica Sierra, Nico Smith, and now Nadia Turner are gone. I like that Nadia. I thought she was a great
I
singer.
like Constantine.
Here's a typical response. A reader says, Anthony has got to go. He's horrible. Nadia is not that great, but she's better than Fedorov. He's like that horrible redheaded kid from last year who stayed on while all the good people were voted off. If he's not gone this week, I'll be picketing in front of Fox Studios.
Nice.
However-
I'll join you, and I don't care. I just think it'd be fun to pick it.
Here's the real gossip, though. They say that Paula Abdul should be the next one right after Pat
O'Brien.
O'Brien to go into to rehab. Pat O'Brien, by the
What's
way,
the story?
didn't he fall down the stairs?
Pat O'Brien was rushed to the hospital after falling down the stairs in rehab.
Now, I have a friend who used to throw himself down the stairs on purpose at rehab so they'd take him to the ER and give him painkillers. He can actually dislocate his shoulder on purpose.
So that's what happened to your arm.
Adam Rich.
Adam
Anyway.
rules.
Adam does rule.
They say, why isn't Paula in a detox clinic is the big question. It's obvious that she's drunk or high or both. She has that intense stare and careful enunciation of a drunk person who's trying to hide it. You know how people talk like
What
this
are you
when
trying to say?
I see it a lot. But several times a show, she seems to slip. Her eyelids go half staff, and she starts slurring her words. It's embarrassing. It says, how many more hit-and-run accidents is she going to cause? The woman is a disaster area. Please, American Idol, get her some help quickly.
All right.
That's what it says.
Touchdown. You're the winner. You're fantastic. That's just
Welcome
every
to
Oh my
Hollywood.
God, I was like, what are you doing?
Your
That's what she
dream
does.
has come true.
Tonight you won.
When is American Idol on again?
You owned it.
Tuesday, Wednesday?
Wow,
Okay.
all these Paula Abdulisms.
I like
You
it.
owned it.
By the way, we just had Fabio on earlier, and we were talking about like the perfect maid, and you want somebody with a sense of humor and all that stuff because looks fade and all that. But it's funny. I don't know why I brought up the booger eater, but
Yeah, I don't know why you brought up the booger eater
I'll
either.
tell you why. Actually, I do remember because my boyfriend and I were up in Big Bear over the weekend, and we we had a couple glasses out of wine. And by the way, thanks to BigBearVacations.com, love them. Big Bear.
Go to Sizzler?
No, I didn't go to Sizzler. Drove past it though.
Why'd you go to Big Bear Vacations? He has a house.
I know he has a house, but this
You
house.
wanted that gazillion house again?
It had a hot tub and it had a great view over the mountains and stuff. And we just wanted to, I don't know, stay in it. So thanks to them. But anyway.
That sounds really romantic.
Oh, it's great. So
Gretchen and I are looking for romance, so I might call them.
oh, you should.
Yeah.
So we sat in the hot tub and then we got out and we were drinking, whatever we were drinking. And we were looking out over the mountains and stuff. And we were just talking about different people and our relationship, how it's really working. And, you're shocked and all that crap,
Right. Girl and boy talk.
Right. And so he said, well, by the way, whatever happened to such and such? Because it seemed like everybody likes him and he's a good guy and it's whatever. And, it's somebody maybe I haven't talked to you guys about. We'll keep it that way. And I said, do you really want to know why I broke up with him? And he's like, yeah, I really want to know. I'm like, okay. I broke up with him because I caught him twice eating his boogers. And he goes, a lot of people eat their boogers.
Ew.
And I go, no, they don't. And he goes, yeah, he read some stupid thing. He goes,
70%.
He goes, actually, I didn't read it. He said, I have to tell you the truth. Once I caught a girl eating her boogers, I go, oh my God, gross. And he said, then she brought me this stat of how many people eat their boogers. And I kept making fun of her. And I go, well, you broke up with her, right? And he goes, no, that's not the reason why we broke up. I go, you stayed with a booger eater?
I think I'd stay with a booger
You
eater.
can't stay with a booger eater.
Well, I don't think you do it for nutrition. I think it's a once-a-week thing or something.
Deal breaker.
No, you cannot stay. Thank you. You cannot stay with a booger eater. I go, honey.
I'd stay with a lot of people.
I said, think about it. You have some hot babe, like let's picture the Victoria, what do you call them? Victoria.
Secret.
Yeah, Victoria. I was going to say principal because I'm old.
Right.
Victoria's Secret supermodels. And they just pick out a big old booger and eat it. He's like, I'm staying.
Yeah.
Friend and I are having a lovely weekend in Big Bear, a nice romantic weekend, and we were talking about our relationship, and it's for whatever reason, you guys, I have no idea, but this one's working.
Good.
I don't know why. I swear to God, I don't know why
He's
this
not
one.
a booger eater.
Well, I don't know why this one is working, but it just is. I don't know. But he just asked me, about other relationships and why they haven't worked and stuff. And then he's like, that one guy sounded cool, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, but you know what? He was a booger eater. And I even did a test. Like, I thought maybe I saw it wrong.
Right.
I was like, oh, no, he just ate his booger. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Well, then I'm like, okay, can't, freak out yet. So then later on, in the week, I was watching him when he didn't know I was watching, and he ate another one. I was like, oh, my God, I can't be
You
with
had the
him.
booger cam out?
Yes.
Wow, you're a secret agent.
Yeah.
Well, you had to figure out if you were just overreacting, or not. And I said, and this is what I told him. I said, we've all accidentally ate a booger.
Right.
I know I have. You go like this or whatever, like that, and then later on in the day or whatever, you bite your nail, and you're like, well, okay, that was
salty.
definitely,
What's wrong
that
there?
was a booger. So we've all been accidental booger eaters, but not blatant booger eaters.
I think when you're a kid, all kids eat boogers, right?
Right, yeah, and then it's a thing.
Then you
But
grew out of it.
But he said, no, I totally dated this girl that ate her boogers, and I caught her, and she was mortified. I'm like,
I would be too.
yeah. Because I just gave her crap about it. I thought it was so funny that she did that. And I'm like, I think it's sick, and now I'm going to judge you that you would stay with a booger eater. Have you no pride? I mean, I'm like, you date booger eaters.
Yeah.
Ew.
But you're an adult.
Yeah, you know better than to eat a booger.
Yeah.
There's other food that's far, far,
Yeah, but
far
you have to tolerate
tastier.
all sorts of things that your new girlfriend has done with her mouth. Kissing other guys, whatever it is.
Yeah, but I think that you can tolerate that and even the other things that women do with their mouths with other boys before you could actually physically.
Dude, my wife's done with me with a booger, when you have a bat in the cave. Oh my God,
I
you're
know.
disgusting. Oh, I couldn't
can't
imagine.
My
Yeah.
daughter gags.
If I was eating a booger, I couldn't imagine.
Oh, stop! See,
When we go swimming and you get one, my daughter goes,
yeah.
Dad, you and gags out on me.
and it was such a shame too because he was a really great guy. And then one night we were drinking wine, and I finally told him, "Look, I know you eat your boogers." Because what are you talking about? I go, you know what? I know you eat your boogers, and I thought one was just a random booger eating, but I've seen you more than once. And he's like, oh my God, you're gross. I would not. I go, yes, you did. It's okay, but I can't.
We have to break up now.
We do. And I said, I won't tell anybody.
Till now.
You
Yeah, we
guys
don't
have
know
no
who it is.
idea who it is. You'd never even guess.
Uh-huh.
Oh, right. You don't either. I brought it up. But it was just wrong.
But this one is working out.
Yeah, and he's a
Good.
non-booger eater.
Yeah. There's trouble in paradise for me these days.
What's wrong with you?
I'm not. Well, I guess I am really kind of sure how it happened. We've been working on our romantic relationship, not our sex relationship, our romantic relationship. And it's come to some heated debate because she's not, I don't think, an intrinsically romantic person. So out of nowhere, she's come to this epiphany that the reason that she's not romantic with me is all the things I've done in my past to hurt her feelings, which seems reasonable to me. But out of nowhere, after all this time, it seems like an insurmountable issue. Things have gotten really worse about the things that I have done before. All of a sudden have come to the surface, and she's so mad she wants to have like no physical contact or intimacy with me at all. She actually said this to me the other day. I said, the day was about to start, and I said, well, the kids are asleep. Let's just lay down and snuggle for a while. And she looked at her watch and she said, you know what? I just don't have the time.
But why is she mad now? She's dealt with
I don't
so much
know.
more.
See, because, whether it's for the TV show or not, this guy's a real therapist, and it goes on really,
he
really
told
long.
her that it was her fault for being with somebody like you.
That's...
I mean, like, she knew what she got, so why is she mad now?
It goes in stages, like that's a thing you'll get to realize, and then he brings out the next thing. He says therapy is like peeling an onion. It's all bringing back layers.
I know, but remember, because you were saying, it was, and you were so happy because it was her fault.
Yeah, because I haven't changed at all.
Got,
right.
Yeah.
Well, now it is, and this is not his doing, this is her doing, that now she is pulled back from me romantically. But she's and that's the first time she's admitted that. She says, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't pull away from you.
Oh my God, like 3 years ago or something, you made a bath for her and then she started shaving her legs.
Yeah. No, romance is not her thing, believe me. But now it's that not only is she now all of a sudden out of nowhere admit that she is, I think, almost repulsed by me.
Well, here's what happens. Let me just tell you. That romance becomes fake. Like, I
Right.
hate fake romance. You know when we all try to play it at Valentine's Day with somebody you've been with for a long time, you try to play romance?
Right.
And it's just not up to the expectations of what you thought it would be. Plus, it's all fake. Bunch of crap.
Well, that's what...
But we still got to buy the damn present
Yeah,
and make the effort.
it's true. You still make the effort and buy the present, but don't fake romance. I hate it.
But that's the epiphany at my house. If there's not going to be any fake romance, there's going to be no romance at all.
Well, guess what her romance is? You put her on a plane on that Songbird Airlines?
Yeah, Song Air.
Song Air. You fly her to a spa by herself. That's her romance. Even Stench said, didn't your wife, she went her own trip?
Will she be nice to me when she gets home?
We went
Yeah.
separate vacation.
Yeah, for the first time ever, you guys went separate vacations.
Because, remember, I sent her to see on all the star lounges and stuff. She's not been all that overwhelmingly hot to see me when she gets home.
And like my girlfriend and her husband, they've been married for a very long time. They take separate vacations.
I'll tell you the truth, even when I was cheating and all that stuff, this is the first time, and I mean this sincerely, this is the first time that I've ever believed we might actually be in trouble.
I don't buy it. She'll stick by your side through anything.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't make it a healthy relationship.
This is like you said, what's she going to do? Work at Waffle House?
Well, what am I going to do without her? I don't think that we'll necessarily
You
break up.
told us.
But seriously.
No, you've told us a million times everything you do
get
without
drunk
her.
and piss my life away.
Right,
again.
but I mean, you've been almost like begging for her to leave.
No.
Oh, okay.
Not at all. Because I've always said it's just jail and booze and drugs for me again without her.
No, you told us everything that you'd be doing and that...
Jail and booze and drugs.
And that she'd work at the Waffle House, so she'll never leave you.
That was one fight. She gets half the money. She doesn't need Waffle House anymore.
Oh.
She'll never have to work at the Waffle House again. We've saved. So the fact is that thing. I was just telling you that this is, I think, the most trouble I feel that we've ever been in.
But does she eat her boogers, Dan?
No.
Here is Debbie. Hi, Debbie. We had lots of booger calls, but now they're all gone. I'm sad.
Sorry.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi, how are you?
We're good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I guess I called a little late, but
No, that's okay.
No, never too late for booger talk.
but I got to share my burger story. This is really bad.
Okay.
Okay, I have 6 kids, and needless to say, not one of them ever ate their burgers. And
Why does she call them burgers?
yeah, I call them burgers. Sorry.
Okay.
And I ate my burgers until we were like 9 years old. Me and my sister. She was a year younger than me, and not only is that really bad, we swapped.
Oh, that's sweet. Booger swiping.
Isn't that
Swapping.
awesome? We
Or,
swapped
yeah.
our burgers.
Now-
And the thing is, this is really bad because I like the hard, crunchy ones, and she likes the slimy burgers.
Oh, my God.
That you know what that's love. That is sisterly love
That
right now.
is.
I mean, my
That's
sister and
something.
we have shared a lot, but never like, hey, give me your crunchy ones.
Oh, God.
Okay, you know what's really sick is we all know what she's talking about. we are talking about all kinds of different things this morning. First of all, it's Monday morning.
Yes, it is.
By the way, tonight on television, Monday night television, usually not that great, you know?
Bachelor.
The Bachelor. Charlie must dump 2 women.
Yeah, it's coming down to it.
Cool.
I haven't even been watching it.
I've watched a few of them. There's one girl that's just so hot on there and adorable too. I mean, she not just physically attractive, but I like her. I'd pick her. I think you can find on all of them before. I never thought, wow, you could love that person. It's just a game show. But I thought, spending time with this person, you could actually. I think it's Stacey W. Is that right?
You know what? I haven't been watching either.
You are not the bitch we know and love.
Yeah, I think there's a girl you could actually.
You
fall
have
in love with.
let us down, bitch meister.
Do you know what happened? We turned when Charlie came on. I watched a little bit, and then I got busy, and I haven't caught up. I watch a little of it every week, but I haven't sat down and watched the whole thing.
Do you guys seem like you're busier than ever? I do. I don't know what it's about.
Busy doing nothing.
Yeah, exactly. A whole lot
Crap.
of nothing. I've been doing that spring cleaning crap. That's
Yeah.
overrated.
And the time screws me up. Now that it doesn't get dark till 8 o'clock,
Yep.
it's like I sit
wanna go
down.
outside.
And it's already 9.
Right, it's time to go to bed, and it's bright out.
I know. That's how I am. I'm like, oh my God, I got to be
old.
doing something. I'm not old.
I'm old.
Okay, I am.
I'm broken. That
I
annoys
even
me more than being old.
I asked my boyfriend, your arm's broken. That's
I know.
for
That's what I mean.
I said that to him last night. I'm like, I'm so falling apart because I was hacking up a lung cookie and I twisted my knee really bad. And so I'm like, I'm just falling apart. I even asked him, this is weird, because I'm 36 and he just turned 29. I'm like, do you want to hang out with younger people for like a weekend or something? 'Cause
I could use a break.
no, because I said to him, I've been that girl. I dated somebody that was 40 and I was like 24. And I really missed my friends and going out and all that. I said, if you want to like go to Colorado and hang out with your like guy friends, because this weekend they were all snowmobiling and then they go out to this place and then they have a big bonfire and they all camp. And I said, do you miss that, don't you? And he's like, it's a little bit, but I love being with you and all that crap. I go, no, I know. You know that he misses that. And so I said, go and, be one of those guys. Don't you guys miss like those moments?
We miss that, but if we say we miss that, we get crap for it. And then if we actually go do it, we get crap for it.
You know what? Also, I'll tell you the truth. If you say you don't miss it, you get crap for it. It's more like, be more of an individual. Go out, keep your own friends. You need your own life.
That's what I said.
I got called flat out needy yesterday.
Well, you are.
I know. So I'm
Shocker.
going to go make friends. It's my new plan. It's my new vengeance.
Well, that's the other thing that happens is that people become too addicted to each other and they don't keep their own friends and whatnot. And that's what I said. I'm like, obviously these guys are snowmobiling and they're all like a bunch of, whatever they are. Go back there and see if that's, he's like, no, it's fine. I was just telling you.
Oh, I have a question.
I don't think it's so bad if they get addicted to each other.
No, I meant couples.
No, I know. But what if somebody's like really addicted and like, I gotta be, what are you thinking about? Usually the girl, what are you thinking about right now?
That's what I mean.
And the other person's going like, getting away from you.
Well, yeah, because the attached to the hip thing is annoying. I mean, he's not like that, but what I was saying is I just wondered if he wanted to be away with some like younger people for a while.
See, I'm an attached to the hip kind of guy.
I know you are.
I really am. I'm the girl in that one.
You would make somebody suffocate.
Apparently, you know what? I fought with you for years on that, and apparently you're right.
Ugh.
I have a question.
Well, remember, because you're always like, I love you. I'm like, stop
I know.
saying it to her. She's just
See, I thought we
annoyed.
called each other 20 times a day,
No, you just call her.
and it's me. Yeah, it's always been me, and I didn't know that.
And then you made her get on the phone, and then she, of course, said, no, I love it. I'm like, okay, fine.
Well, I can't see why you wouldn't love somebody calling you to say how much I love you.
No, but
I miss
remember,
you.
I was like in an argument
No,
with
you
you
were
about
right.
it, and then your wife supported you, and I was like, okay, fine.
But the fact that, it doesn't make me any more wrong then. I believed it to be true then. Turns out, a year and a half later, whatever it is, that you were right.
Well, she should have said that before she defended your honor, that bastard.
Apparently so.
Anyway, what was your question?
My question is, I know that you guys do a lot of stuff with friends.
Yeah.
With like G Money and Potsy and
Oh, right.
Alina. Now, those are your friends.
And they're older.
But they're still your friends. Like, we hang out a lot. We go out to dinner a lot with friends, but 90% of the time, they're her friends.
My friends, yeah.
My friends, we do different kind of stuff, and if I'm going to hang out with my friends, I'm hanging out with my friends, not we are hanging out with my friends.
It's funny you bring that up because we had a discussion about that. Yeah. Because I'm like, and I have a feeling if you go back to Colorado to do that thing, like, I don't think I'm a part of that thing.
Yeah.
Like, he hangs out with his friends by himself, but we hang out with my friends as couples.
That's
That's
the same
not
with us.
fair.
Yeah, do you want to hang out with his friends as couples, though?
No.
I don't know.
No, and you don't even want to try.
I don't know. I mean, I guess. I don't
want to
know.
hang out with Gretchen's friends as couples.
You don't?
Uh-uh.
Because that's what we're saying. It's always the girls' friends that are couples.
I don't want to hang out with
Anybody.
I want to hang out with if I in fact had friends. I want to see. That's the problem. Is I only want to hang out.
I know.
with her.
That's what I said.
But when I had friends, like when I was hanging out with Scott, I really wanted to hang out with him. Just me and him going out drinking and hanging and partying and stuff. And she actually threw the I didn't marry Scott card.
Oh.
Yeah.
I get that.
Jack, you hang out with your friends, her friends. What do you guys do?
No, she hangs out with her friends, and I hang out with the baby.
And,
I only have 2 friends anyway. One, Stench, I see him all day, so we don't do a lot after work. And my other friend's Gil, and he has a normal job, so by the time he's getting off, I'm tired. I've been
And do
taking
you
care of the
notice
baby all
that
day.
Stench's wife doesn't let you guys hang out as couples?
I don't think we've ever done anything as
How
couples.
come
but
you guys haven't gone out as
No,
couples?
but when we hang out, Jack and I.
I
Right.
know. That's what I mean. Like, why don't you guys go out
A
as
couple
couples?
of nuts.
I told you why. She doesn't want to hang out with my friends. She wants to hang out with her friends as couples. And then when I go with my friends, it's like, oh, sure, go. And she's not like, you can't
No,
hang out with
I
your
know
friends.
she
Just
doesn't. Yeah.
Go hang
It's
out with your
just-
friends, not let's go hang out with your friends.
It's so funny because I always think that you guys would make great couples dater things
My wife's a stiff.
because you guys have kids that are almost the same age.
Right.
Or is it, I have a theory about people with children. They want to hang out with non-children people, if you will. So everybody ogles over your child. Like you, Jack and Sparkles want to hang out with people, a couple that don't have kids. So we all go, oh my God, Lucy's so cute, blah, blah. And you and your wife want to hang out with people that don't have kids. So we like only pay
No,
attention.
we ditch our kid when we hang out.
Oh,
We
you
Yeah,
just
and
jump
I
on
also
Mama.
I disagree with you.
And
and
I'm wrong.
I'll tell you why I disagree with you, because basically I'm mean, and I think other parents are really mean too. And what happens is, if you from a distance
That's quite a
show
statement.
the joy of having children, it's totally different than wrecking your single friends' lives by giving them children who are a big ass nightmare for about 5 years.
Yeah, but you know how we find it a novelty, so we play with them and all that
Right,
stuff.
but once they bite you and burst your furniture, you go, well, maybe I don't want kids.
Oh, you don't invite them over.
Yeah.
Forget
You got to
that.
go out.
Yeah. They bust other
Oh,
things.
then you're at a restaurant and the kid's screaming and everyone's like, God, I'm never having
No,
kids.
what we do is, I'm so glad that's not us.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, honey, aren't you glad? Wouldn't we raise our child different? Yes. And then that's what we do. We talk behind your back, you guys' back. We're like, oh my God, we do such a better job than that.
Such a better job.
Oh my
yeah.
God, I cannot believe that she just did not take that knife out of that baby's hand. I cannot believe that. What kind of mother is she?
Yeah. And then
And then 2 years down the line, you're in that restaurant with that baby, and it's got a steak knife, and you're like,
Right.
at least it's quiet.
You're right, exactly. I'm sure that's true, but I'm just telling you how we are as single
she
people. We're
stopped
like,
screaming.
That's one of the best thing that happens with being a parent is when you're on an airplane and the baby just starts to cry and flip out and it's not your baby. Instead of hating that baby and that parent, you just go, I feel so bad for that mom. Because you know that's life now. You can always tell who's surrounding that baby, who's a parent and who's not. The people that look like they want to kill somebody, not parents.
By the way, just to conclude this entire conversation in its whole capsule, because we've gone everywhere, and I love that because we're like at a bar. But let me just tell you one last
Not
thing.
enough booze at this bar.
You know, I got in a fight with the border when he told me that he dated a booger eater. He wouldn't tell me her name. And I said, I cannot believe you're protecting a booger eater. And I got pissed
You know
off.
what? You're right.
wow.
Should I not be right? Because
Yes. He's holding a secret from you. I don't care about the booger eater. He didn't tell you something.
I go, why wouldn't you tell me? He goes, I forgot. I go, you can't tell me you forgot who ate her boogers and you stayed with her. He's like, why are you getting so mad? And he starts laughing at me. Are you mad at me because they don't tell you the name of the booger eater?
It doesn't matter that it's a non-event. It's you know what? They hold a secret from you. I just had a huge fight with Gretchen about a non-entity only because she thought
It's a secret.
something would make me mad, so she told somebody else, don't tell Danny, he'll get mad.
Yeah.
She picked that guy over me. When she told him
That's
not to
what
tell
I
me,
said.
she picked that guy over my confidence.
Protecting the bastards. She protected that guy. He
Friggin' doing.
protected a booger eater.
Guy
do
thinks
that.
he can send me lobsters, keep a secret with my wife. I'll kill you, bitch.
What
Oh,
about
excuse me,
when
that's not allowed?
someone, my wife will say, oh, like some guy hit on me at work
And
or
you're like,
something.
who?
And I'll be, who? And
I
then
can't tell you.
immediately, oh, I'm not telling you.
You'll overreact. You'll freak
Yeah.
out.
Oh, it's true. I'd punch your face in if I found out you hit on my wife because that's my wife.
Danny, don't go over towards Stench.
Well, you know what, though? Only if he knows it's your wife. You got to accept the compliment if he doesn't know you're
this
married.
girl's
She's
married.
not.
It doesn't. You don't know her husband's an 800-pound gorilla, but you know she's married.
Then
so
you
at
gotta
that
beat
point,
his ass.
you press up on my wife, I can kill you.
Right, because you're
all fair.
But not because you hit on my wife, because you didn't show me the appropriate amount of respect and fear.
And finally, to conclude all of this, I think Stench has a self-image issue. You're not an 800-pound gorilla.
I'm in your 300-pound gorilla.
investigation.
All right, I'm trying to figure out everything we've talked about in the last two breaks, and here's what I got so far. What we talked about in the last two breaks is hanging out with your own kind. Do you want to hang out with, break away from your wife or your girlfriend or whatever and hang out with your own kind?
Right.
Lost or faked romances, when you're faking it or it's gone, and what do you do? Should you have your own vacation?
Yeah.
I think we covered that. Also, do you stay with somebody that you see eats their boogers or any of those weird things that you find out about them? Do you stay with them? Also, protecting the booger eater. My boyfriend told me about him dating. He dated a booger eater, then would not disclose her name. Gretchen told a friend about something and told the friend and wouldn't tell who she told or something.
No, my particular wife took a picture. She was at band practice, and she was having her period, and her back really hurt. She goes, I'm just going to lay down on the floor. My back is killing me. She laid down on the floor, and I don't know what the thing was. Some guy was beside her or whatever, and Chris goes, hey, is this yours? And she looked up, and he took a picture of her, right, with his cell phone. And everybody laughed, and they were going to all email it to me, right? And Gretchen thought about it a little bit and said, you know what, that's going to make Danny mad. Don't email it. You know what, why don't you just delete it? But never told me about it. Told them, hey, don't send it to Danny. Don't tell it to Danny. As far as I'm concerned, that's a secret from me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if we're innocent or whatever, it's still something she told another guy, don't tell Danny. And that was good enough to hurt my feelings.
That is definitely a secret. And
Thank
finally, low self-body image. Stench seems to think he's a 800-pound gorilla, right.
Interestingly enough, just last night I was asked if I was going to be a 400-pound pink elephant.
Oh, see?
Apparently that's going around.
Jack, did I miss anything we've talked about in the last two breaks?
No, I think that was a solid recap.
Okay, because there's been lots. I just I want to make sure that I get it all in there. All right, let's see here. Also, just added a shout out for the track that you went to, Jack, yesterday.
Santa Anita.
Santa Anita.
Was it opening day?
No, it's closing day today.
Why is it closing? I thought it was opening.
They switch. It goes to Hollywood Park starting.
Oh, okay,
next
that's
week.
what I have a ticket
Yeah,
opening day
it's
for.
opening day, but they open up again in October. It's really worth going if you get a chance to and you haven't been out there
Is
in
it
a long
horses
time.
or dogs?
Horses.
Horses.
I don't think they have dog racing in California.
Oh, they don't?
No, I don't think so.
If you see him take a poop, bet on it.
Okay.
They feel better. Like, just think about it. If you were going to go run from here to there and you had to maybe a little, you go, then I bet you run faster.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I was on the treadmill yesterday. I had to stop.
Right.
You couldn't be more
and
right.
Didn't you run better?
I had to stop because I had to go, so you're absolutely right.
I'm
I
telling
didn't
you.
run at all because I had to, and then I ran.
I know this lady. She's a dog trainer. She's always bet on the dog that always right before.
I know this guy is a boxing trainer. She's always bet on the black guy.
Really?
Yeah. And so far, she's won me a lot of money.
Because that person told me the Hispanic always kicks ass.
Light and middleweights.
All
Heavyweight's
right.
still the black guy.
Good to know. Whoa, Samantha, what do you got going on there?
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Do you have a kid or something?
Yeah, my son. I'm taking him to the doctor's.
Oh, how
What's
old
wrong
is
with
he?
him?
Whoops.
No, just a well checkup.
And how old is he?
He's 18 months.
18 months. Wow, they just won't go ahead and round it up, will they?
That's the year and a half mark, and you
Oh,
get your
okay.
go in for an appointment at that
No,
point.
I
so.
mean 2 years old or a year and a half?
Right. Yeah, I
Year
know.
and a half.
It's
Year and a half.
18 months is a year and a half.
Okay, because you guys all do that stuff, and then I have to add, and it makes me so mad.
Yeah, I hate that.
Oh Lord! All right, so what can we do for you there, Sam?
Sam's fine. My fiance and I, we always hang out with his friends because he doesn't like my friends because they smoke cigarettes.
Oh well, I don't blame him if you have a newborn or not newborn. I'm sorry, a year and a half. You don't really
No,
want.
it would just be him and I. I mean, we don't take the baby over there.
But he's like, they smoke.
Yeah, and he doesn't like them. He doesn't like, don't want to hang out with them. He
Don't
wants
you
to hang
think
out
that
with
he's
his
just
friends
looking
over
at an excuse? Because really, if they smoke, they'd probably go outside or whatever. I mean,
there. Yeah, they would. But, I think it's just his way of not wanting to do what I want to do.
isn't that the weirdest thing when people start to control things just because they can?
Yes.
Does that make sense? Like, as couples, you start growing into this weird control each other and decide not even to go somewhere fun just because you want to be the winner.
Yes.
Yep.
You know? Now, did you always know this, Samantha?
No,
No?
no.
All right.
I mean,
Well,
when at first, I was like, well, let's go with my friends. And he's like, well, no, let's go see my friends. So, and after a while, it was like, okay, you're never going to go see my friends.
and are his friends all guys?
No, they're all couples.
Oh. Oh, that's
He has
weird.
one guy friend that I don't like And no, he
I'm
hasn't.
sorry. We have a police chase that we have to get to.
Rock
Oh, helly hell.
What happened?
There was a police chase and then they cut away.
It's just a news teaser, like to show you all the great stories they carry.
Oh, poor Samantha. I acted like I didn't care.
Uh-huh.
Samantha, I care. Can you hold on? We'll give you something pretty.
Thank you.
I thought there was
She
a
doesn't
police
care.
chase. I do care. I
She
just
doesn't
thought
care as much
I'm
as a
so
police
excited
case.
about police chases. It was just a fake one. All right, you
Oh.
hold on, Samantha. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, see,
Now that was shiny
that
object.
was rude.
Dude, my brother, the white trash that is.
The NASCAR lover.
Yeah.
I love him.
He has his friends, which I call the loser posse, because they're all a bunch of losers.
And you are one to judge because.
Oh, I'm way above the loser posse.
Oh, what makes you better than the loser posse?
Oh, I'll tell you.
Okay,
All
you
right.
have. Excuse me. You have a 9-foot blow-up Bart Simpson doll.
Oh, that's just cool white trash right there.
Right on, yeah.
That doesn't make me loser posse. That makes me poor white trash.
disagree.
Okay, loser posse.
Yes.
They hang out at my brother's house constantly.
Yeah.
They're over there like from, sun up, sundown. Everywhere they go, when they travel, they go on the road, the loser posse goes with. It's like the motorhome is filled with my brother, his wife, and the entire loser posse, and they sit around drinking and eating.
Can I just
all
say this?
weekend.
Who's a bigger loser in this story? The guy who hangs out with the loser posse, or the guy whose wife won't let him have any friends over?
I have my friends over.
Oh my God! Did she put you in the garage?
No, when my friends come over, we go into the back into my room and we
Exactly.
play. The loser posse takes over the entire freaking house.
Right, because the loser posse is not pee-whipped, and his
Oh,
wife
dude.
actually allows him. You guys have to take off your shoes when you're at your house.
No, that's my brother's house because his wife's Japanese. But anyway, no, but that's totally true. Like my friends, we come over, we're confined to a certain area, and I get crap if they're there too long.
Loser posse confined area guy.
The loser posse will come and stay for 3 days. They just never leave. And they're
I don't know.
everywhere they go, and everything they do, they don't do it alone. The loser posse rolls with them.
Dan, I don't know about you, but I'm having problems judging a man talking about the loser posse when I know for a fact that he has an 8-foot blow-up Bart Simpson Christmas doll that he wants to put on the front lawn in like Brentwood.
You know what it is he's not judging loser correctly. What's happening is he sees his loser posse and says, what losers? That he just doesn't realize he's a different loser.
You're in the loser posse.
I'm poor white trash. Totally different.
Part of the loser phenomenon.
No, the loser posse are poor white trash too. I recognize that.
Do you know you're in a bedroom playing video games and you're like 30-something?
Rock on.
How old are you?
And I still have high score.
How old are you?
36.
He's 36.
But he still has high score, Jamie.
Okay,
The
you're
12-year-old
right.
can't beat me yet.
And she won't apologize to the 8-year-old. You two are magic.
All right, a couple of things. First of all, let me tell you everything that's on television. I didn't get to that. I Married a Princess. Series premiere.
Yeah, that's that guy Casper somebody, and he married a movie star, but she's the princess of somewhere.
Catherine
Oxenberg, that's it.
A new reality series starring Starship Troopers superstar Casper Van Dien. It's on Lifetime tonight. They've been married since '99. They have 2 kids together. She's a princess because she's the granddaughter of the former regent king of Yugoslavia. And Mr. Romance, as we just talked about, the season finale from 9 to 11 on the Oxygen Network with Fabio. Also, the season finale of Fat Actress on Showtime. Do you know that I have not seen one episode of that?
Nor have I. And I heard it's good.
Yeah, I heard it was good too. So tonight is season finale on Showtime from 10 to 10:30. Also, a couple other things. Rehab on HBO. Addicts trying to get clean and sober.
Pisses me off. I
Um,
pitched that to Showtime. Bastards.
it's on HBO.
Or HBO, whatever cable network. I pitched everybody who'd listen.
Bastards. I know. And then this is, well, you should do another one because this is something I never understand. Nanny 911. And there's a family of 7. And then Super Nanny.
Right.
One on ABC, one on Fox. The Burnett family has 5 young kids. And did I already tell you The Bachelor? I did, right? Yeah. Okay. So that's everything that's on television tonight. I love that Nanny and Super Nanny. I'm sorry. I just do.
Tony P wants to be in the family version of Biggest Loser.
Oh, they have a family thing?
They're doing one.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be mean.
Well, Dr. Phil just did it, too. It seems mean because, like, somebody, like a little sister or a little brother, like, doesn't lose any weight, and then the whole family like, beats him up. It's really sad.
And sweats on them.
Oh.
That's hot.
Fat people sweat.
So what? Like, to me, that's just Tony calling his wife fat, and she's not fat.
All he said to me is I want to do it because he knows that I know the people that do the show. And I said, well, I'll be there on Cinco de Mayo if we're coming there.
Yeah, that's just rude. I'm gonna have to
go up
scream
and
at him.
sweat on him. Go up and sweat on Troy.
No, if you go up and say I want to be on the family.
Family? You're calling your whole family fat.
Yeah, and they're not. Oh, I'm mad at him now. And he's gonna care. All right, let's take some phone calls, and then also we want to talk about Michael Jackson as well. That's
This is getting wild. Getting.
Yeah, it is. It's a bad movie. I'll tell you that. Here is Melissa. Hi, Melissa.
Hello.
Hi, Melissa.
Hi.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
We're good. What can we do for you?
Well, I had to say to Jamie that there's two reasons that us fat people talk about fat people.
Okay.
One of them is that we try to make ourselves feel smaller.
Right.
By look at her, I'm smaller than her, right?
Right.
And the other reason is,
I
is
do that.
sometimes big girls, they just wear things that they really shouldn't.
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
Yeah, it's a big girl thing, isn't it?
It is. I've noticed, especially among the younger children now, they are showing their big fat bellies all the time.
Oh my God! And they don't even care. You're right.
And a lot of Lithuanians choose to wear spandex.
Well, but
Well,
she's
that
right
is
about the
always-
half shirts for younger, teens or whatever. And then they wear shirts that are sparkly. It says like fabulous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should say flabulous.
It's kind of very interesting, and among different ethnic, different people of, Hispanics and Africans or whatever you want to say.
Africans. You ever see them wear those loincloths and when they're hunting down them lions?
Now, when have you seen Africans?
Well, African Americans, so to speak. They particularly don't care what they are wearing.
Melissa,
Wow, she lost me.
I want to help you because I want to help you be a better American.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, you don't call African Americans so to speak. And you don't
Right.
say that they're Africans because there are Africans. And there are...
You don't call Mexicans Spanish either. That pisses me off.
Yeah, that'll piss
No,
me
I
off.
said Hispanic.
I'm just mentioning things that piss me off.
Where is Hispania?
I'm not sure where
Hispaniola.
Yeah. And so, Melissa, I'm just... Because I know what's going to happen. And you also can't stereotype them saying that... like black people or Hispanics wear tank tops.
No, but you could stereotype them if your only judgment was yesterday outside Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. It was bad outfit day at Roscoe's.
No, you can't because I've done that with a different type of community. And
Oh, it wasn't just African American. It was everybody outside Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles had a bad call yesterday.
and they
Well,
were...
what I mean by it, though, is I think that in general, the different, how to say it nicely, the men don't particularly care. They're not as judgmental.
Well, black men love big black booty.
Right. And
I love
Mexican
big
or
black
Hispanic,
men.
that's how, I have a Hispanic son, so I guess I don't take it that way. But I notice that they're not as judgmental.
I think she did well at getting out of
No,
that,
but
actually.
the thing
think she
is,
did all right.
black men admit, I've seen that whole HBO series thing where black men love big gold butts.
Yep.
They just,
They're mix-a-lot.
even it was on Dr. Phil, actually. This black man was married to this white woman. I don't know if you saw that, Dr. Phil. I'm sure you did because you're a man bitch.
Mangina.
No, I didn't.
From
Well,
Canada.
He was a black man, and he was married to a white woman, and he's like, I don't like her butt. It's too flat. And I thought she had the cutest little batushka.
I love a little white girl butt.
And he's like, oh, she needs to just get it stacked and fat. I'm not kidding.
I know.
And I thought, oh my God, that's my dream man. I'm not
Except
kidding.
you look pale.
Yeah, I don't, that's not a thing for me. Okay, well, we're going to work with Melissa, and Monica's going to talk to Ross.
Sensitivity training
Yeah.
for Melissa.
We're going to help her out and see how that goes. Is your name Griselle?
Yeah, it's Griselle.
Wow. That's not very neat. It reminds me of that stuff on a charcoal or on a piece of meat.
Yeah.
Grizzle.
Yeah.
Gristle.
It also
Monica-
reminds me of that chick that ran over all those people in New Jersey.
Monica
Hamptons.
just yelled in my head, I bet it's Griselda. I don't know why.
No, it's just Griselle.
It's just Griselle. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hey, Monica, come here, big old fancy pants.
What was
you.
the name Grizzly Adams taken?
No, Griselda's our housekeeper nanny's name. And she's Mexican.
Well, this lady's name is just Griselle.
Why you hate her?
I've never heard of the name Griselle.
Well, now you
Why are you
have.
wrinkling your
First
nose when
time
you say
I've
it?
ever heard of it.
Well, why do you think
That
it's
doesn't make it
Griselda?
bad.
Because I think Griselle is Latin, and I've never heard the name Griselle in Spanish. It's Griselda.